Hello everyone. So this is explanation of our weekly home learning plan for this week. So let me just up my screen so I can discuss to you the weekly home learning plan. So this is for second quarter. So this is already the official start of second quarter for our second set of subjects for the 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. So that's for weeks 9 and 10 for December 13 to 17. So for week 9, activity 9, your task is to create a critical essay, and that is because the target is to write a close analysis and critical interpretation of literary texts using a reading approach and to identify representative texts from Africa and Asia. Also, you are to show appreciation of different literary texts representative of the regions. And for that task, again, you're going to write a critical literary analysis. Now, what is that critical literary analysis? So, first up, you need to read the content of your module from pages 1 to 17. And after that, you are to read the poem Equality by Maya Angelou on page 12 of your SLM. You are to understand the poem by understanding or studying its context. Also, upon understanding the poem and understanding and studying its context, you are to write a 150 to 300 word critical essay about the poem by using the outline below as a guide. So, first, bullet here, you are to study or to have this as a guide, the basic information about the literary work. And that is, of course, the title, the author, the year of release, and place of publication. Also, you are going to look into the relevance of basic information to the poem's context because you have to integrate here the biographical, geographical, historical, sociocultural, and sociopolitical contexts, as well as the religious contexts, no? When you are analyzing the literary work. Also, you are to present pressing issues raised in the poem, and that's purpose and theme. Also, you are to delve into the literary interpretation and evaluation by examining the author's style in presenting the issues and how the author was able to persuade the readers or the audience, and what are the literary elements present in the poem. Of course, you should not forget that. And also, you need to write your personal reflections on the issues presented. All these requirements in your writing shall be reflected in that 150 to 300 word critical essay. That's all. That's your own. That's a product of your own understanding and your mind, of course. And for the rubric, so you know how you'll be graded. Thesis statement is 15 points, originality 15 points. I'm already judging you based on the originality of ideas you're presenting because lately I have been receiving plagiarized outputs. And if not plagiarized, it's copied from your classmates. So I don't know which ones to trust anymore because I cannot distinguish which ones are the original and which ones are copied. So I gave it a pass last time. So I considered your efforts and I still gave you points. But this time I'm not gonna give points for plagiarized outputs. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna do this. And that's for 15 points originality, also for evidence and examples, 10%, for content development and organization, 5 points. Style and conventions, 5. So points pala na hindi percent. So those are points. So 15, 15, 30, 40, 50 points for this 150 to 300 word critical essay. Submissions containing content that has been proven to be plagiarized shall automatically receive 0 points. I have the means, I have the ways to know whether you're submitting plagiarized outputs or not. And kung hindi naman plagiarized, if you copied from your classmate, I can tell because I'm reading your work, no? So automatically, if I receive outputs that are the same, that means you won't be earning points. So for week 10, afternoon session. So you are to create or produce a creative representation of a literary text by applying multimedia skills, and you're going to show appreciation of different representative literary texts. And for this week, for week 10, the task is an interpretive drawing. So you are to read again another text, and this time the title is In Another World by Rasak Malik. On page 12 of your module, you are to interpret your personal understanding of the text by expressing your thoughts through a creative drawing. So we have assignment options here, so you're not always forced or required to send your outputs to the class GC, but if you do not have the means, then you are by default, you are required to do that via offline means, yung hand-drawn version of an interpretive meme. But yeah, we have options for this because you are to use your multimedia skills here as set in the milk for the subject or the most essential learning competency set by DepEd for you to achieve or learn. So going back to the assignment options, for those with internet access, interpretive drawings can be made using digital drawing apps or photo editing apps, then saved as an image file, then sent to the class chat group. Artwork shall bear the artist's name or signature and section as a stamp or watermark at the bottom. So for those who are sending me messages, personal messages, submitting their work, please be informed that we have our instructions. And it's clearly said here that submissions shall be sent via the class chat group. So I am not accepting submissions via personal message because that would be difficult on my end to harvest outputs from different conversations. So we'll just have it in one place. Okay. For those who do not have internet access, again, by default, you are to create a hand-drawn version of an interpretive drawing, and it may be done instead on the activity sheet provided for you. So the rubric for the visual elements, 20 points, creativity, 15 points, and visual impact, 15 points. So I hope you won't be copying from your classmates anymore because uh, this is an interpretive drawing. So you need not to copy drawings from your fellow learners. Ano, otherwise, there might be something wrong because pati drawing kinopyan nyo na. Ano. Submissions directly taken from the internet and are not modified or altered to satisfy the requirements of this learning task shall automatically receive 0 points. If you're thinking that you will not commit plagiarism by just copying one's drawing, you're wrong. Okay, so I printed at the back of your weekly home learning plan the types of plagiarism. I hope that you get to study that as well, or maybe I can show it right now. I'm gonna show it right now so that you're aware of what plagiarism is. Here. So we have 10 types of unoriginal work. So this is from Turnitin. This is a famous software that is exclusive for checking plagiarism. So the plagiarism spectrum identifies 10 types of plagiarism based on findings from a worldwide survey of nearly 900 secondary and higher education structures. Each type of plagiarism has been given a digital moniker to reflect the significant role that the internet and social media play in student writing. So this one, we have a clone. A clone is submitting another's work word for word as one's own. It can also apply to drawings and artworks. Control plus C, it contains significant portions of text from a single source without alterations, without any changes. Everything is copied. Find or replace, changing keywords and key phrases but retaining the essential content of the source. So if you're using software to paraphrase your work, this applies as well. That also counts for plagiarism. Remix, paraphrasing from multiple sources and made to fit it together, that also counts as plagiarism because again, not all ideas are yours and not all of them came from your mind without citing any of the sources. Recycle, borrows generously from the writer's previous work without citation. So if you think that you wrote a research paper today and then you repurpose that research paper once you go to college and then submit that as another research paper, that is also counting for plagiarism. That's plagiarizing yourself actually. So hybrid combines perfectly cited sources with copied passages without citation. This is pretty much like the remix and find or replace. Mash up mixes copied material from multiple sources. You're mashing them up, but you're not rephrasing anything. 404 error or error not found includes citations to non-existent or inaccurate information about sources. I have a friend who submitted a research paper na ganito, no, he was making up sources and he was caught for it. Aggregator includes proper citation to sources, but the paper contains almost no original work. So I have not a friend, but I know someone who was caught then. Sa masters na to, no, nag-masters na kami, and then he was caught because he asked somebody to write the thesis paper for her, and that person was not able to defend the paper because no original work was um, was cited, and that person was not the one who did the research paper herself. So we also have retweet, includes proper citation but relies too closely on the text's original wording and or structure. So my citation sinite pero again, uh, not all of the sentences were rephrased. So the structure was there, the wording was preserved. So always know that um, citing sources but still copying the work does not give you clean hands, no? Does not make you innocent of plagiarism because again, you still copied the work, but yeah, you cited the sources, no? So you have to rephrase but still cite the source. I think I have another infographic here that I have to show you because apart from teaching you what plagiarism is and what are the types of plagiarism, I think you should know also how to avoid plagiarism so you won't commit that again. Okay, so you should be able to learn how to write from scratch, use quotation marks, paraphrase and summarize, provide complete citations, know when to cite, keep tabs on sources. When you say keep tabs, you have to monitor all your sources, where you get all your ideas from, where you read them, where you learn them from. Also, you have to know the types of plagiarism, which I just showed you. You can also use a plagiarism checker. There are free software out there or extensions, Chrome extensions, or mobile apps you can use. You need not to pay, but you just have to learn how to use one because that will help you a lot in improving your writing. Also, you have to seek advice from professors because professors and us teachers know exactly when you copied something from somewhere. We're done with that. So, yeah, that's it for our weekly home learning plan. And now I'm going to present to you the results of the National Reading Month, the 2021 National Reading Month activity. So let me just up my screen for a while. Present. There. So now we have the 2021 National Reading Month awarding ceremony. So this is again in partnership with JCI Baras. So we have two activities for the National Reading Month back in November. So that's I Love Reading movement. Share to the world your love for reading. So here the main idea is that you are going to post a photo of a reading material that inspired you to be better and tag 10 friends to do the challenge. Also, we have the 2021 or the 21st century literary cosplay, which also coincides with our subject, 21st century literature in the Philippines and the world, where you are to post a photo of yourself dressed up like a 21st century literary character who inspired you to be better. It's about time to unleash your inner cosplayer using recyclable, eco-friendly materials. Also, I would like to focus here the quotes, my favorite quote from Tyrion Lannister, my favorite character from Game of Thrones. So he said that a mind needs books like a sword needs a whetstone. So if you don't know what a whetstone is, look it up. So that's from Tyrion Lannister, A Game of Thrones, and also from A Game of Thrones, this is Jojen Reed. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. So I hope that inspires you today and that allows you to love reading more. Okay? So now I'm going to introduce the jury who judge your outputs for the 2021 National Reading Month awarding ceremony. Ayan. So we have Miss Esperanza Santos. She is a licensed professional teacher, secondary education major in English. She is also a part-time freelance tutor to preschooler to junior high school students. She is also a proofreader of academic papers, literary compositions, and research studies. She also works as a part-time translator. Again, let us all welcome Miss Esperanza A. Sancho. Though she's not with us today because this is a recorded video, but yeah, she was with us in judging your outputs. No? Also, who helped us in choosing the rightful winners for our activities for the National Reading Month is a businesswoman. She is the owner of Be Right Supermarket and the B Kim Supermarket, otherwise known as Asset, yang nandyan sa kanto. She is also the wife of the 2022 local organization president of JCI Baras or Junior Chamber International Baras Chapter. Let us all welcome Mrs. Trixie Eliza Y. Reyes. Our third judge is the advisor of JCI Baras 2022 Board of Directors, where I serve as the 2022 Internal Vice President. He is also a public speaker at the Toastmasters Philippines. He is also a trainer and a service provider in terms of leadership trainings. He is a former talent development and marketing head at Mitsukoshi Motors Philippines Incorporated. He worked at the University of Newcastle, Australia, and studied Master of Human Resource Management with distinction at the University of Newcastle, Australia. I am with honors, ang ibig sabihin ng with distinction. And that's also where he got his scholarship. That was on a scholarship grant for your information. He also studied diploma in industrial relations management at De La Salle University and Bachelor of Science in Psychology at the University of Rizal System Morong Campus. We have Mix Roel Vitor Mariano, DTN AWLP CSSYD, DIPIRM, MAHRI, MHRM. I don't know what those letters are, but you might want to look them up, no? So that we'll know what that means. Ayan. So we have Kuya Owie or Sir Roel. So those are our judges, and now I'm gonna present to you the winners of our I Love Reading movement. So the social media challenge. So for the fifth place, we have Denmark Di Lucito, and his entry is about Stupid is Forever by Miriam Defensor Santiago. Denmark will receive a drink voucher from me, care of Lutong DM, and a bag of goodies from JC Ibaras. I'm just gonna announce when the bag of goodies will be delivered to you or given to you alongside the modules. So, because I'm still coordinating with the JCI board and when it can be provided for you. Okay, but yeah. So again, Denmark shall receive a drink voucher amounting to 25 pesos from me, care of Lutong DM, and a bag of goodies from JCI Taras. Now we have fourth place, we have Joanna Angel Ocampo from grade 12 Rizal, UMS B, and her entry is I love you since 1892. Joanna Angel will receive a drink voucher from me, care of Lutong DM, and a bag of goodies from JC Albaraz. The drink voucher amounts to 45 pesos. Okay? So I'm just gonna give you the instructions when the prizes will be claimed. Third place, we have Joy Ann M. Kapoklian from grade 11 Euclid ABM. Her entry is The Homekeeper by GM Cornell or Colonel. Okay? And now we have a meal voucher amounting to 70 pesos from me, care of Lutong DM, and a bag of goodies from JC Ibaras. Again, please wait for further instructions when your prizes will be claimed. For second place, we have Aaron James F. Pendre from grade 11 Socrates, UMS B, and the entry is Try Not to Cry Challenge, written in 2021 by Josh Gonzalez. Aaron James will receive a meal voucher amounting to 89 pesos from me, care of Lutong DM, and a bag of goodies from JC Ibaras. I will send you a message as to when the prices and how the prices will be claimed. And first place, we have Angelica T. Boreros from grade 11, Euclid ABM, and her entry is Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Abo. Angelica will receive a meal voucher amounting to 109 pesos from Lutong DM and a bag of goodies from JCI Baras. So kindly wait for my message as to when and how the prizes shall be claimed. And now we head on to the 21st century literary cosplay, also in time for our subject, 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. I know you are all excited to know that Aaron James F. Tendre got third place. He's from grade 11 Socrates UMS B, and her entry is Yang Tersayang in Amaya. Congratulations, Aaron James. And now you are to receive a meal voucher from me, care of Lutong DM, and that's amounting to 70 pesos meal voucher, as well as a bag of goodies from JCI Paras. We also have, for second place, we have Denmark Di Lucito from grade 11 Galilei STEM. And Denmark's entry is Dumakulim from Bagani in 2018. Denmark will receive a meal voucher amounting to 89 pesos from me, care of Lutong DM, and a bag of goodies from JCI Baras. First place, we have Joy Ann M. Kapoklian from grade 11 Euclid ABM. And her entry is Sangre Alena in Encantadia, 2016. Joy Ann will receive a meal voucher amounting to 109 pesos from Lutong DM and from me, and a bag of goodies from JCI Baras. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you for your efforts in joining. We have 200 plus grade 11 students, and ganun din 200 plus din na grade 12, but only a few heeded the call in joining the activities for the National Reading Month, and I truly appreciate that. That's why you deserve all these vouchers and goodies. Maraming salamat. And With that, I also invite you to our upcoming youth formation events. That's a typo right there, so I'm just gonna correct that right now as I speak. December 15 is the deadline of application for the Microsoft Youth Ambassadors. Kindly check out our post at the DepEd Youth Formation page and the DepEd Tayo Youth Formation Bara Senior High School page. I posted the details there and the memo. So deadline of application is only 2 weeks away, 2 days away, ano. So, kindly apply, file your application as a Microsoft Youth Ambassador. You are all very lucky because you have this opportunity, no, to be one of the Microsoft Youth Ambassadors of DepEd and Microsoft Philippines. Kung hindi nyo na itatanong, ang inyong lingkod ay isang Microsoft Education Ambassador. Well, I'm a teacher ambassador, but I would like you as well to experience ano, yung perks din that we received as ambassadors. And as early as now, ma-experience nyo yun because you're all students pa lang. And with that, you still have a lot, you have a bright future ahead of you if you seize this opportunity to be one of the Microsoft Youth Ambassadors. No, I hope you get to apply. Also, in December 17, we have the SDO Rizal and Pinas Forward PH Genlit. So this is a division webinar on a digital literacy program. Ayan, so puro tayo sa digital, no? So you are all very lucky talaga. And naiinggit ako right now because nung panahon namin, hindi ganito karami yung opportunities, no, when it comes to tech. Because yun nga, bago pa lang nauuso yung tech. And kung hindi nyo rin na itatanong, ang inyong lingkod ay IT wizard nung high school. Ano? Kaya sana meron sa inyo rin na maging IT wizard, ano, na maging Microsoft Youth Ambassador and makasali sa digital literacy program ng Division of Rizal and Pinas Forward PH. And with that, thank you so much again for attending our Kumustahan today, and it's all nice to have you on board. Maraming maraming salamat. Keep safe everyone and sign up for vaccination.